goals in addition to scoring twice in this building. But what did you like overall as a group?
Yeah, I think we just competed pretty hard, like the whole game. Up and down the lineup, not everybody was on the score sheet, but there were contributions from everybody, whether it was in the offensive zone or the defensive zone. And there's a bunch of guys who got rewarded just from hard work, and you like to see that when you got young guys who are maybe playing in their first couple preseason games and guys who have been around a long time that can kind of lead the way. So it's nice to see when everybody's on the same page, especially this time of year in camp.
Yeah, no doubt. A couple of goals for you, a couple of goals by your line mates and Lawton. I mean, what was going right for the three of you tonight? Because it looked like there was a lot to dissect.
Yeah, we were just on the same page. And I think we talked about it this morning after the skate, how we've kind of found that chemistry, and even Cowboy's done a great job just kind of riding along with us. And he's been contributing just as much as Lottie and I. Like he's fishing pucks out of corners. He's going to those dirty areas that a skilled player might not always do that. So the little feistiness that he's got in his game is so huge. So we were talking the whole game. We were talking before the game, but we just told him to keep doing what he was doing, and we were rewarded tonight.
When you look at pretty proud of 12 or 13 shots as well, you kind of kept that and you made it. I know that he was there, but he also made life a little easier for him too.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in our defensive game, and that's what defense wins championships. And Chief is a big preacher of that. You got to work just as hard in the defensive zone. You turn pucks over, and we're so good. We got speed off the rush, and we can make plays when we get it back down their end. So if we take care of our own end first, obviously we get the results on the other end.
How good did it feel to get a result like this, considering the lineups, especially then they had so many players in there tonight?
Yeah, I mean it's preseason, but the young guys are going to give it their all, and they put up a good effort tonight. They had some kids that they look really good. They got a bright future ahead of them, and we came out on top. We worked hard, and we kind of smothered them at times. So. Again, this time of year, it's not the full rosters, but you got kids trying to make AHL teams, NHL teams, and they want to leave a good impression. So kids are out there battling hard, and it's good to see.
So it's got to be great to see that from your team.
Absolutely, yeah. Kids on our team, and even the young guys coming into the league on their team. We don't like them, but. Yeah.
See what one of the players about McMann. I thought he was in the team for most of the night too. He was back checking. He was kind of gritty. He only had a couple of points. What do you think it is over there?
Bobby was all over the ice tonight. You obviously see a shot and the skill that he has when he's got the puck in his stick. He's got blazing speed, but, he was in the corners. He was doing the little things that obviously don't end up on the score sheet all the time, but it was no secret that he was rewarded when he's in the corners fishing pucks out. Might change sides. He goes to the slot, gets a pass, and he gets the goal off that. So, I think he's my age, but he's really developing as a player, even taking strides from last year, and I'm excited to see what he can do for us this year.
Pretty complete effort by your group tonight. What did you like the most about the way everyone approached?
I think we came out with a lot of speed. That just comes from our compete, comes from hard work. Guys were ready to go. I think they were hungry to get a win. I think tonight.
And the Canadiens iced a pretty formidable lineup as well. You take pride in that. Maybe most limiting their shots and chances. Hildeby was there, but you guys kind of made life a little easier.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest takeaway is chances for, chances against, that sort of thing. Shots, because you're getting zone time, playing hard minutes against their good guys that are going to be playing top minutes for them all year, so that's big for us.
That looked like a pretty complete game for you. I know you get the points, but also your ring iron and then you're back checking, you're kind of getting in the mix of it. Did that feel like maybe you're ramping up to where you want to be right now?
Yeah, I think just it comes back pretty quick usually, but it does take a little bit of time coming off of summer. So definitely felt good. Had some better reads today. Still trying to build as much as I can. A lot of details I still want to work on, but yeah, it felt better.
How about that Lorentz and Lawton line? Those guys were clicking as well as Easton as well. But those guys were kind of pacing too.
Yeah, they were working it pretty good. Kind of chucking it to the net. Stevie's always at the net. Not always getting rewarded, but tonight he got it there. He's always consistently around the net, hungry for pucks, and he got rewarded nicely.
How good did it see that kind of effort from the team? Again, going up against a lineup like that, but for you guys to show that kind of game on the road.
Yeah, I think it speaks to the identity we started at camp with, kind of all the way through. Guys that maybe haven't played a ton of NHL games are jumping in and competing at high levels against really good players and a good team right there. So there's a lot to take away from that and a lot to be proud of with our group.
The second game when you get a goal, are you, it's not new to you, but are you starting to find that scoring touch a little bit more? Talk about knocking rust off and that type of thing. When it comes to goal scoring, that just seems natural.
Yeah, I just try and focus on the process of it and trying to generate shots from nice areas and nice scoring areas, and being smart with those ones. And then if it's not going in, it's not going in. And you just kind of try and stick with that and hope that eventually, if you trust that process, it'll happen.
Pretty good about the way the guys were playing in front of you, and maybe how you saw it.
Yeah, 100%. Guys played great. Like you said, not a whole lot for me to do, but I got a little action at least, and yeah.
You saw, I'm sure, I think it was 13 shots. You probably saw most of them anyhow, but what did you like about the way you went about your business?
Still feel like I felt calm and confident in there. It's not always the easiest when you're not too busy in there to keep your focus. So we got to be happy with that at least. And yeah, I mean, clean game from the guys, so like helps a lot. Makes me look good too. So.
And you get a lot of run support too, which
Yeah.
always feels good, right?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
matter
yeah.
what kind of night you're having.
100%.
Just the offense tonight. What did you see in front of you in terms of the way the guys were going about? Certainly defensively it was ideal, but offensively, what did you notice about it?
Oof, asking the wrong guy here. Well, looked good. Scored a lot of goals. That's what I saw. Then I try to stick to my own focus really about it. Yeah, it looked promising for sure.
How encouraging is it to see that kind of performance from the team, considering the lineups?
Yeah.
You know, they have so many A guys out there, and you guys have some guys who are trying
Sure.
to make some spots.
Yeah, yeah. I think we all took our chance today and did what we could. So yeah, great effort.
They have a lot of skill on that side. You saw a little bit of it in the likes of Demidov and company. Did you notice any tendencies about that group that you're likely going to face at various points this year?
Yeah, they had some nice plays there on both of those goals, I would say. So that was tough plays. Yeah, looks like a good group of guys.
Coach?
Hi.
On the outside, we could probably point to a lot of obvious things like offense and
Yeah.
certain regulars and everybody kind of contributing. But for you, the biggest takeaway would be what?
Like just all five guys in the ice when they're out there were really checking, in my opinion. I thought we didn't give them any time and space tonight. You know, we're on top of them. You know, that's a good team. They got quick players. They got skill. I thought of guys. You know, our forwards worked extremely hard in the back check, and our D were tight with their gaps, and we didn't give them anything. That's what stood out for me more than anything.
I mean, only 13 shots.
Yeah.
Against a pretty good couple
Oh, yeah.
lines over there. You talk about their skill. I mean, you guys obviously were aware of that.
Yeah, guys, I thought, you know, we're really connected all over the ice, worked really hard, and, you know, managed the puck. I mean, everything was out of our zone quick, through the neutral zone quick, and we, you know, put it in deep and just went to work. It was a good working game.
Yeah. That's a little Bobby McMann. I thought
Yeah.
he was kind of everywhere tonight. Like, he gets the points for sure, but he would post and check. And
Yeah.
he's kind of getting gritty. What did you think?
Well, that's just, you know, that's what we want from Bobby, and you know, it started last year with him, but he has the ability to score goals with a shot and things like that. But you know, he can become a real threat on the forward check with his speed and big body and taking the body, and he played a good game, you know, all around game, which was good.
I think you spoke this morning about Lorentz and Watton, and they kind of
Yeah.
delivered on cue tonight as well. I know
Yeah,
they're with each
they
other.
got good chemistry, and you know, I think Cowan's fit in really well with them. Like, you know, he understands the game well, Cowan, and you know, I think they just grind teams down and they work it down low, and they were rewarded with just putting pucks at the net, and you know, they go in, they go off people, but it's a pretty simple brand of hockey they play.
Craig, is it preseason? Is it easier to get results from those grinder guys that want to make sure that they're going to get something? You were facing a lineup that had, let's say, more talent. You had the same situation against Ottawa when you had
Yeah.
a more talented
Well-
lineup. You didn't get much from them. Is it the toughest part for coaches in preseason like this?
I do believe so. It is. You know, like a lot of times you put a good lineup together in preseason, and they go out, they play, you know, they play good hockey, but it's more about touches for them, and you know, the timing of things, and you know, when you put a lineup, like we had a working lineup tonight, you know, and they just worked. They just worked and competed, and young guys and guys trying to prove themselves. So, you know, you're getting a good effort from them, for sure.
How encouraging is it for the organization to see the team, a lineup like that, put up a performance like that tonight?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, like I said, there's, you know, we had guys in the lineup there tonight that it's their first preseason game. You know, they're young guys, not much experience, but I thought they looked experienced. They just played simple and played the right way and got results from it. So a lot of effort out there tonight by our team. That's the bottom line.